Hey, 8th graders, Mr. Songer with you for lesson number 10. For this lesson, you should use your Green Standard of Excellence book and open up to page 7. And for percussionists, we're going to start on your bell kit, and I'll have a couple quick comments about snare drum right at the end of this podcast. So, page 7, if you want to open up to that, a couple things on page 7. We're going to be in the key of C, concert C major on this page. That means if you play flute, low brass, oboe, and percussion, you are dealing with a key signature with no flats at all. So your B's and E's will be natural. If you are playing trumpet or clarinet or tenor sax or bass clarinet, you're going to have two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. And if you are playing alto or bari sax, you're going to have three sharps, F, C, and G sharp. And on French horn, just one sharp, F sharp. And then no flats, B's will be natural. So that will be the key signature on this page. And then another thing, we're going to be talking about the 16th dotted eighth combination. If you look at the top of the page, you'll see that you have the 16th note followed by a dotted eighth. Now, we've seen the opposite of this rhythm a little bit over the course of the last couple years, where you have the dotted eighth note first and then the 16th. And when you have that rhythm, it goes like this. Now this is the opposite, where the short 16th note comes first. And later on this page, and when we get to number 26, we're going to deal with a song that uses both of those rhythms. So you're really going to have to be on your toes and know which one you're doing. So we're going to start with the version I just did, though. Actually, before we even do that, let's do number 24, which is your concert C major scale, so we can get used to this key signature. So here we go. 24. 1, 2, and ready, go. Then number 25, we will deal with this new rhythm. If you look at the first measure, it's just simply 4 16th notes and a quarter note. Da, 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 da. The second measure shows you how this new rhythm is created. We're going to tie together the second, third, and fourth 16th notes. So instead of da 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 da, it's going to be da da da. All right? And then if you skip ahead to the fourth measure, you'll see this rhythm that I was talking about, that the way you'll usually see it, with the 16th note, then the dotted eighth note. Da da da, with a quarter note after it. And then the second half of number 25 is doing that rhythm over and over. So let's try it. Number 25. 1, 2, ready, go. Sometimes I think of it as a short, long feel, the 16th note being the short, and then the dotted eighth being the long. Now, number 26, Green Grow the Rashes O. This is the song that uses that rhythm that we just worked on, plus the opposite, with the dotted eighth note coming first, and then the 16th note. So if you look at, for example, the second full measure, you have the 16th followed by the dotted eighth, and then the dotted eighth followed by the 16th. So it's reverse. So this is going to be tricky. So you might want to just listen to this first and then rewind back to this and play along with me. So this is number 26. Ready and go. Sorry. So that's Green Grow the Rashes O. Let's look at number 27, new rhythm here for you. Actually, it's a rhythm you've learned. It's triplets. Triplets are 3/8 notes over the course of one beat. And so basically, this is our beat. We're going to place 3 notes between those snaps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And again, this is based on the C major scale. So here we go, number 27. Ready and go. And that's without the repeat. All right. I'm going to skip number 28 for now. Feel free to play that. And for your makeup credit, I need you to record one of these 2 options. You may do number 26, and let's, and then you can also do number 24. So you can do one of those 2 for your makeup credit for this lesson. Now, I have one more comment for the percussionist. If you're a woodwind or a brass player, you're done. You can stop listening. But I do have a percussion comment and another option for the percussionist for your recording that you may do. If you look at the snare drum side of page 7, top of the page, they talk about the 7-stroke roll. And the 7-stroke roll is a roll that you would do on a dotted 8th note. Now, you are all familiar with the 9-stroke roll, which you do on a quarter note, where if you have a quarter note in 4/4, 3/4, or 2/4 time, you're going to basically think of it as 4 16th notes and bounce on those 4 16th notes. So, in other words, if this is our tempo and I have a quarter note roll, I'm going to go da 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 da, left right left right left, or right left right left right, da 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 da, and I'm going to bounce on all of those except the last stroke. Roll 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 bounce, da 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 da. Okay. A 7-stroke roll is on a dotted 8th note. And as you look at the top of page 7, you'll notice in that light orange shaded box at the top of the page, they have the 16th note followed by the dotted 8th. What you would do on this roll is, again, very similar to the 9-stroke roll. You'd still think da 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 da. But since the first note is a 16th note without a roll, you wouldn't bounce on that first one. You would bounce on the next 3 and then not bounce on the last one. So, in effect, it's the same as the 9-stroke roll, except you are not bouncing on that very first stroke. So instead of going bounce, 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 single stroke, you're going to go single stroke, bounce, 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 single stroke. It's still da 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 da, but you're only rolling on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th 16th note. Hopefully that makes sense. A good way to practice that is just to do a 9-stroke roll first, za 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 dot, and then practice dot za 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 dot, okay, where you're just not bouncing on that very first one, all right? And then a good song on this page to practice would be number 28. And if you look at number 28 really quick, you'll notice that you have a few 7-stroke rolls throughout that song. You'll also see, just one more thing here, percussion, the 7-stroke roll on number 28, the very first one that you have, is a roll on a dotted 8th followed by a 16th, okay, and then a quarter note. So instead of going dot za 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 dot, it would be za 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 dot dot. Okay, that roll comes right away instead of at the top of the page where you have a 16th note first and then the dotted 8th. This is something that I would love to hear you all play. So one of your options, percussion, for me is to play the first line of number 28 on snare drum. If you choose not to do that, that's fine. You can do one of the mallet exercises on the other page 7. But we will be working on this in lessons 2, and I will help all of you with this because this is a tough, maybe not concept to get, although it is kind of a hard concept to get, but it's also hard to put into action. So we'll work on it a little bit. It takes a little practice. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.